Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And yes, Blizzard have absolutely lost their minds as the Demon Seed, one of the most infamous cards in Hearthstone history, will be getting a buff when the next expansion goes live, as well as every other quest in Hearthstone. Although this buff actually is way more impactful for the Demon Seed than most quests. We'll talk about that, as well as we are likely expecting a balance patch, I would imagine, this week. We'll base that on some information that we were shared with a while ago and speculate over what possible changes there could be. And we still have our giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles out of my pocket for the lost city of Ungoro. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I want another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. And yes, we're less than 500 subscribers away from getting that next mega bundle, and also being 1,000 away from that brand cosplay. You're all crazy. Thank you very much. So yes, the Demon Seed will be getting buffed, but every single quest will be, as Cora, initial design lead on the Hearthstone team, tweeted this out in response to a comment from Reddit from good old Kachamar89 of good luck on accidentally burning the quest reward. That is in regards to the Mage quest, where you need to discover 8 cards to get your quest. And yeah, they're correct. When you discover and fill your hand with 10 cards and complete the quest, as it is right now, you would just overdraw, burn the quest, which Raise Dead, for example, in the Demon Seed, I can't count how many players have raised Dead into 2 minions, completed their quest line, and overdrawn that quest, and me going, Omega lol, that's hilarious, them conceding. Also with like Open the Way Gate, you have to play generated spells, and some of those create other cards, leaving you at 10, overdrawing your Time Warp. So Cora elaborated on this, stating, fun fact, this won't happen anymore. Pocket Dimension, this card here, which could be pretty good with that Mage quest, to your heart's content. The reward will be held until you have space in hand. This has also been applied retroactively to all previous quests. And she follows up with more. Kashmar89, just absolutely notorious, I guess, I don't know, is right though. The Mage quest was the catalyst for this decision. Being unable to control how much quest progress you got from Pocket Dimension made for some really unfun experiences. So that's a huge change, right? And for the examples, particularly, yeah, the Demon Seed, Open the Way Gate in Wild, that happened quite a bit. And it's something that, I don't know, it kind of takes a little bit of like, I don't know, the brain power, managing your hand. It makes it a little bit more, I guess, easier. I guess it feels bad to mill the reward, but it also felt amazing to watch someone mill the reward. But yeah, if they want to push a card like Pocket Dimension to complete that quest, it does have that kind of drawback of like, I have to stop discovering, or maybe I'm offered 3 cards that I haven't discovered already. I'm screwed. I'm going to, you know, there's nothing I can do to stop this chain. I lose my quest reward. So I kind of get it. I just almost wish it was applied just for the Mage one, because the memories of people like overdrawing their quest reward is just so funny, so fun. But yes, that will be a thing of the past when the expansion goes live. Also wanted to shout out Insane, who won the spring championships yesterday. I gotta say, was not the most fun event. The decks they were playing were not a ton of fun to watch. It was like almost no board-based combat, almost no value, but it was played very well by Insane, who beat Maxibon in the final. Both of them qualify for Worlds, as well as a bunch of other competitors. I think Final 4 qualified, so Fury, Hunter qualified, as well as Giyu. So they're all on their way to Worlds later this year. So congrats to them. And congrats to the esports team. The production was so much better than normal. We had drops, choose your champion. I'm actually excited to see how esports works out this year. It's been dreadful for a while. This is the first time in a long time where things have improved. But yeah, speaking about the decks not being very fun to watch, and I'll say for at least me, outside of like the Starship Death Knight, which again was there, it was in the winning lineup. Yeah, are they gonna get adjusted? Should they be toned down? And we got this comment a while ago. With the next balance window coming shortly after launch, they're gonna take a look at the outliers before the mini set came out. that happened. And then they said we also have another balance window before the next expansion in early June. Well, we already have the first week of June. It can't be much earlier now, right? It's got to be this week. So if they do decide to do nerfs, they didn't say they will. They just said if necessary, we'd see them now. And I'm going to admit, I don't know if there's much you can really change that would make the meta feel particularly better for people overall. Like if you look at H's replay front page, it's pretty well, like, you know, balanced, right, in terms of across all ranks. And if you look at the meta itself, there's a ton of playable stuff. Looking at Legend, tier A, I like H's replay is updated. No longer tier 1, 2, or 3. We got tier A, Drunk Paladin, which got nerfed twice in the last patch, has emerged as one of the best decks, if not the best deck in Hearthstone again. And again, it's based on early scans with the flickering light bot, which just got nerfed, and it was arguably the best deck at the whole spring championships. So I would likely expect to see that get hit again. Pirate or Pain DH, it wasn't even brought to the event. Pirate Rogue it did really well. Fishing Priest it did terribly. But again, you don't balance around tournament. Tournament metas are totally different. But one of the safest decks, like the only deck that I think for sure would get nerfed is Cycle Rogue. We'll talk about what it would get nerfed. But yeah, the play pattern of getting, like, you know, Giants out on turns 3, 4 has been a problem for over a year now. Over a year, we've seen so many Giants having to be nerfed and enablers being nerfed. It's been nonstop, whether it was Molten Giant, whether it was Seaside Giant, whether it was during Lightbot. You know, there's tons of these examples. And the other deck that really stood out at the event was Spell Damage Druid, another deck that just doesn't really play for board. And it's called Dollhouse Druid here, that OTKs from in hand. So that's another one you could look at. So let's take a look at what cards that I think could possibly get nerfed. First, this is a card I think is guaranteed to get nerfed. It's never going to be Shadow Step. It's never going to be Prep. We're always going to nerf around those. And then another card comes along that we can use to break the game with it. But Twisted Webweaver is like a 1-mana auctioneer. It is what makes everything insane right now. You couple it up with like a Prep and a Shadow Step, making those minions 0 mana, making those spells 0 mana, and then drawing 0 mana cards, and then all the 0 mana going on. I expect this would probably just go to 2 mana. That's typically what we see happen. Honestly, I think this should be 3. I've seen so many players play this, fill the board with Giants and shuffle in Asteroids and do all that and have mana left over. Like, usually they bump things by a mana. I'd put it to 3. Actually, you know, I would actually rotate Step and Prep so Rogue could do something else other than break Hearthstone every single patch we have to talk about it. Because again, it had the issues that Druid had where they broke the game all the time because ramp always created the issue where you ramp in to the broken neutral win con and just do it faster than everyone else. Well, they only have new heights now, and that's not happening nearly as much. So yes, Twisted Webweaver, I would expect to get nerfed 100%. You could look at Pirate Rogue. I don't know what you nerf in that. Like Bargain Buccaneer and the location are like the craziest things you could do. I just look at Sandbox Scoundrel as a card that just always stands out to me. Fire Rack Rogue, it's absurd. If Prep is only 2 less mana, why is Sandbox Scoundrel 3, right? I'd probably bump it down to 2 if I was to do that, but if this thing has dodged nerfs for over a year, I doubt it would happen. This is just more me like, please change it. But yeah, these are cards you can look out for. Again, I don't know. You can make Bargain Bin Buccaneer 4, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's so insane with that location. You could consider it. And then, yeah, we mentioned Druid. Again, the standout card is this card. Amir Driscoll is like insane. Mulligan win rate on this is astronomical in any deck it's in, but like every Druid deck uses, right? It's so good. You could look at that. Like Alonius nerfing that isn't really going to do it. Some lists don't even run it. But yeah, I just look at Amir. The win rate on it is absurd. The other crazy win rate card is a card, again, that got buffed that could really, you know, help against those aggressive decks is Woodland Wonders. I believe it started at 1/5, so it got buffed to a 2/5. Like, again, a card getting buffed. It didn't make a huge impact when it did, and now it's like, oh god, what are we doing? So could be reverted if they do make changes to Spell Damage Druid. But yes, Paladin has emerged, like I said, as one of the best decks, if not the best deck in the game. Flickering Lightbot is still obscene. It's not as obscene, you know, it doesn't come down as early with this, but the second this version comes down, the Giant's not far behind. I don't know how you would go about nerfing it. My suggestion, what I would like to see happen so that you don't get the early giants, is revert this back to 3 mana. I actually think that would be okay. Make it 1 less for each turn you have cast a holy spell this game, right? So every turn you play a holy spell on 1, on 2, on 3. I could play the first one for 0 mana on 3, but I gotta play 8 turns worth of spells to get this for 0, right? That's basically what I would do. The other standout, you can look at the drink, Divine Brew. It's insane, one of the best cards in the deck, but like this card is unplayable at 2. It sees play in other decks and is reasonable. I just think maybe, just maybe, hit the stupid 0 mana giants like they keep coming down too early. That's why I make that suggestion, because yeah, it's just, I'm so freaking tired of giants coming down too early, but will it really help? They'll just be something else, right? And then the other thing that I feel like I need to make a whole video on, like it's just crazy how it keeps becoming a problem, is the whole armor gain package in a lot of these slower decks, like Arcanite Defense Crystal, Ancient of Yore. I love the cards, I love playing them, but like every class can seem to get to like 50, 100 armor. Isn't that what Warrior's supposed to do? It's really weird that every class seems to be able to gain a bajillion armor if they want to. And I don't know, maybe these are just too universally good. That type of armor gain should be addressed in some way. It's something to look out for. And then I'll just say, just for people that, the Brian Kibblers of the world, you never know. Maybe they'll listen. Colossus, Protoss Mage, it's super annoying. It's not a great deck, but maybe they look at it. They didn't last patch. They were going to do it. I feel like it would have been last patch, but it didn't get hit. But yeah, again, something you can look at is maybe the Colossus. I almost wish it just did it in one swoop so Death Rattles or Divine Shields could live. I know it's got the 2 beams. I know it kills flavor, but maybe it just helps boards stick around more. Or yeah, you hit the armor gain, although Mage doesn't use any of the neutral stuff outside of Ancient of Yore, so who knows? But yeah, I'm not expecting a major patch. I just think, yeah, a couple of maybe those little either sentiment outliers. But I will just say the only nerf I think for sure that will 100% happen is this stupid card and not Shadow Step or Prep. And again, I don't want those cards nerfed. I want them at a standard, just like Wild Growth, just like Nourish, just like Ice Block, because 11 years is exhausting of it, and I've been complaining about it for like that whole time almost. So will I have anything to complain about? No, I complain about everything. It'll be fine. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about, yeah, the quest buffs, the possible nerfs, and tune in later today. There will be a Shaman card reveal, and the cards look, yeah, pretty darn good. So you'll want to tune in for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.